man in America, the Daniel Ellsberg story.
What is that?
He released the Pentagon Papers. He was a top advisor to the Pentagon during Vietnam and knew that it was all bullshit from the Gulf of Tonkin, all this secret shit that we were doing, and released the papers to the New York Times. Nixon called him the most dangerous man in America. And it was like 20,000 pages of all the fucking lies that you were told about Vietnam. And you watch that fucking movie, Jim Norton, and tell me that they don't send people into fucking to die for no reason other than political.
Jim Norton's a good guy, but he's a Republican. He's got like this right-wing lean to him. It's a lean, you know. He goes conservative, and I think he does it because he gets support from them, and I think he likes it, and I likes the idea of it. And he's correct, absolutely, that a lot of people who are liberals, who call themselves liberals, are whiny cunts who need to shut the fuck up.
Oh yeah, no, I think liberals fuck up more stuff,
way more.
In my day, in my own personal life, yeah. You can't smoke in bars. That's not Republican.
Yeah, you should be able to smoke wherever the fuck you want. If a bar decides they're going to stop smoking, and I understand it for the patrons that work there, but you can find plenty of patrons that smoke.
Right.
And if they want to quit, well, you know what? They should quit the job and quit smoking. Okay, you can't be around smoke. Right. I totally understand your point that it's bad for your health, but there's people that do smoke who'd be more than willing to take those jobs. At the old days when I was playing pool, all pool halls were smoking, and I didn't mind. I liked it. There was something about it, man.
Well, and I'm using that as a frivolous example, but it was the first one that came to mind. But as far as the nanny state itself is concerned, that's mostly liberal policy.
Yeah. So it's Norton's anti-liberal, you know, and he's right. There's a lot of cunty fucking throwing their cigarettes out of their Prius. How many fucking times have you seen that? I've seen that 7 times.
Yeah.
It's because it's so ironic. I always go, number 5. A fucking guy throws a cigarette out of his Prius the other day with a "Meat is Murder" bumper sticker. I wanted to just fucking grab him and pull his head off. Just rip it right off his fucking weak spine. Just shut the fuck up. So I understand where Norton is coming from. I understand this rebellion against, but there's absolute proof that the government has put people in harm's way. Absolute proof they're profiting off war.
Relentless proof. Not just a few aberrations, but relentless over a course of time repeatedly. And no, you don't know about it until long after the fact.
Years later.
So, yes, the fact that I would, if I had to bet money, I would say on some level, 9/11 was an inside job on some level.
Right.
But what they do is they take every possibility and combine them as though they're all actual facts.
They were not really planes. What we're seeing are drones, ladies and gentlemen.
Exactly.
If you look at the bottom, you can see the box very clearly. I'm looking at 2 pixels. One's gray, one's white. I don't know what the fuck it is at all.
My fear is like there's no parts of the plane that went into the Pentagon, but yet you look at a picture and it's like there's this big
parts
piece
everywhere.
of metal, you know.
Yeah, there's fucking broken wheels and shit. That plane hit the Pentagon for sure.
Fuck?
There's a video of it. And people are like, the video doesn't look like a plane. I'm like, the fuck do you know? It's one frame. The thing's going 500 miles an hour, and it slams into a building and explodes.
And why do you think it's a missile? It could be anything. It could be somebody throwing a football. You know, it doesn't matter.
Like there's little things like the fact that they show a lady hanging out the hole of the World Trade Center where the plane made a hole, waving for help. But you're thinking just logically, okay, if it's hot enough to melt steel, how is that woman sitting there in a dress waving out the window? Right. How is she not on fire? So stuff like that.
Why is she
and maybe there is a scientific explanation for that.
Well, that is what disinformation's all about, right? You say some absolutely ridiculous things like, what people don't know, ladies and gentlemen, there were UFOs stationed in New Jersey. They needed a distraction to get out of the state. They'll add shit like that to shit that's real.
Right.
And then
fuck it all up.
Exactly.
That's what Jesse Ventura's show did for everything he was talking about by being overproduced and acting like he never... Are you telling me that...
Yeah.
We better get out there.
To the files.
Wait, this is your TV show. You just walked in and you didn't know what it was going to be about?
Well, you know, once you're on the set, what are you going to do? If you're Anthony Bourdain, you got to eat the snails. Here you are. You're in France.
Another 9/11 thing was the amount of people on those planes. Because you and I, we fucking fly for a living. And when you go there at like 30% capacity, like how often do you get on a fucking plane where there's only a third full? Like,
yeah, very rarely.
It's a conspiracy.
So again, there's things that made me, brought up
Building
legitimate
7.
questions.
Building 7's the big one to
Right.
me. Building 7's the one. And I don't claim any knowledge. Okay, this is people get all frantic when you start. You're questioning the fucking official story. So what are you, a truther? You and the fucking 9/11 truther? Like you.
It's
you
just
get on the other
interesting
team.
to me.
It's just
I don't
interesting.
give a fuck. I don't know. I don't like New York. I don't, I was in Irvine last night, that fucking horrible Spectrum Center at this adult destination mall, and I said,
merry-go-round.
I said if fucking 9/11 happened here, I don't think it would make national news. Maybe one local guy would write a letter to the editor complaining about how it ruined his reservations at P.F. Chang's.
That's pretty funny.
But yeah, I'm interested, but I don't care. It doesn't affect my day.
Well, I'm fascinated and I'm interested and I do care. I know, all jokes aside, a lot of people died there and people knew people who died there.
But people die everywhere
They
all
do,
the time.
all day.
And
It's crazy that we don't.
There's such an influx of knowledge right now that you can go online and find some shit that you should care about. And I had to fucking cut. My list is full.
Yeah,
I care about enough already.
The connections that we're supposed to have, the people that we don't know because they were born in Connecticut, as opposed to people that we don't know that were born in